Yo, what's going on, guys? It's DragsterTV here, back at it again. And today, guys, I'll be giving you guys a quick little look over of my completed $100 1977 Honda Odyssey FL250, completely powered by a 212cc Predator engine. So about 2 months ago or so, I'd gone up to a town about 30 minutes away to get the back tire that had popped by accident on my Honda XR70R dirt bike repaired while I was up there. I'd taken my dirt bike to a motorcycle repair shop that had also had a junkyard behind it full of motorcycles and dirt bikes, quads, and lots of other stuff. When I'd pulled up to the shop, I'd seen two little, actually two-seater go-karts that I think were 150cc and 250cc's, actually sitting outside of the shop. I'd asked the guy working there about them, and he had said that they were customers, and the go-karts weren't for sale. And I'd been looking into getting a go-kart for quite some time, so, you know, that's why I'd asked him. He had actually ended up saying that he actually had an Odyssey sitting out back in the junkyard they'd had sitting there for many years, quite a lot of years, actually. It's pretty much just a rust bucket, you know, there's nothing there, no seat, no engine, steering wheel didn't move, so I freed up the steering shaft, all that good stuff, you know, painted everything, sanded everything, you know, the tires were really wobbly, and I could just go on and on. A bunch of the previous owners so actually welded up a ton of crap in the back, where they mounted up, I believe, like a little, I don't really know what the mounting plate was for. It was just a sheet of metal with 4 holes in it. Definitely didn't fit any Harbor Freight, like, Predator engines or anything like that, so I think it was like an off little, I don't really know how many cc engine, but you know what I mean. So, when I looked at it, I was already coming up with a plan and, you know, vision for it in the future, like what I could do with it. So I asked him how much he actually wanted for it, and he's like, oh yeah, this thing's been sitting forever, so I just, you know, just $100 for it. I said, okay. So a few days pass, and then we get our trailer, and we take it up there, we pay him, and we haul it home. And once we get it here, you know, we strip it down, we do all our magic with it, and a few months go by with lots of hard work, and here we are. The Odyssey is finally finished. Now, through this time, I've actually had a plan here on the channel, because I thought it'd be some pretty good content, also to get you guys' feedback on what you guys do think of go-kart builds and whatnot, because I've actually been wanting to do go-kart builds and truck and car builds and whatnot, so I've wanted your guys' opinions on it. And I decided with this build, you know, over the series of a few months, it ended up only taking me about 2 to 2.5 months. I do not remember exactly, but just with that little amount of time, I actually got this thing done, and I wanted to do a 10-part video series. So I've made 10 videos, this is the 10th video, so this is part 10 of the entire build, fully complete, and I'd like to hear you guys' feedback on it. Alright guys, I've made a full video series here on the channel, and I have a full playlist of all the videos listed on the channel, on the playlist tab on my channel. So if you guys are watching on desktop, phone, tablet, whatever, you guys can find it under the playlist tab. I'm gonna go ahead and walk over. Now that's just a whole, you know, pretty long story, about 3-minute story or something like that. You know, so I'm just gonna go ahead and walk around, talk about the engine, how it's mounted, the belt I used, and how the engine's mounted, the paint I used, and all that good stuff. And with that, I'll just catch you guys right at the walk around. Guys, so here it is. Here is the Odyssey. I'm just going to go through and do a quick little look over of it. Alright, so looking at the main spot, the back, where the engine goes, where the brake goes, and all that good stuff. And then we'll go up to the steering shaft and actually how I freed up my steering. It actually steers really well. You guys don't even, or I don't even have to really push that hard for the tires to go that far. It's actually easier on slicker ground. But anyways, guys, so let's talk about the paint real quick. So, you know, just red foot tub, red half a roll cage. I decided to do a black seat, black frame, and I'm going to repaint my wheels black. And then I did black back here, because obviously this isn't attached, the original owners just chopped it all up. But anyways, guys, so when we got it, there was a piece of fence post right here, okay? And what they did was they had an engine mounting plate all the way up here, like right at the top of the engine, right here. So, whoops. So I couldn't even, the engine would be like up here if I decided to mount it up there. So it'd be just wheeling like crazy. So what we did was we chopped all that off. What we did was we took two little pieces, I don't know how big the square tubing is. We welded them up right to the frame, under and above. So they are pretty solid and stable for the most part. By the way, guys, this is a $99 or $100, you know, because it's originally 120 Harbor Freight 212cc Predator engine, but with the coupon you can get $20 off, and that way it makes it a $99 Predator engine. Alright guys, so now let's get into the mounting setup. So as you guys can see, those smaller square tubing welded to the frame, and we weld those up so the belt could fit. Alright guys, I'll get to the belt that we actually ended up using. I just ran the original throttle cables and brake cables because I knew everything would fit. And then, so what we did was we went to GoPowersports.com, not sponsored by the way. And what I did was I bought a 30 series clutch. This is only the clutch. I did not get the full torque converter because you got your sprockets and gears in there, a transfer case or transmission, and then we got where the other end of the torque converter would come out. So it's a pretty cool little design. And that is the belt that we decided we would purchase. That's the number right there. It's a Dayco belt. It is the original Honda Odyssey belt, so we got pretty close to it. It fits perfect, and you know I can bond down the street, and top speed's around 20, 25, so not the fastest in the world, but it works. Of course, as I said, we just painted everything like that. Now the way that I got my steering to be freed up, took off this bolt, took off this, and I sprayed WD-40, blaster, all that stuff, until it all leaked out the bottom, and then that way it would just free everything up. I'd start steering it even more. And, you know, I just lubed everything up. And then right on the tie rods and whatnot, I put a bunch of grease and lube on it. That way everything's freed up. And also, guys, right where that is, we had to install a fiberglass patch kit. Lots of sanding, took lots of days of sanding. And then for the installation, it's pretty easy. And it's pretty solid. So, the thing that keeps it in place actually got all of the letters, so it was a lot more sanding that we'd have to be precise with. I just need to take these off real quick. It's just because, well, of course there's going to be a return spring on that, but I don't have a set return spring that works well enough. And then of course this one has its own right here, but with the way that we mounted the brake, it doesn't really return fully. That's why I'm using some cheap rubber bands until I'm able to go up to Harbor Freight, get a little spring set. Alright guys, we got a $30 straight pipe exhaust, so it fits perfect, and the stock exhaust would just heat up right here. So I got a little nice dump pipe, and I've done some grinding today, so it's turned a bit pink, not pink, purple. Alright guys, so that's the belt we used, as I mentioned. Now for the brake. What we did was we got, $20 I think, for GoPowersports.com, manual brake caliper. What we did was we welded this little triangle thing right to it. We drilled out our hole. We took two nuts, one on the top, and let's get up on there, one on the bottom. And of course the spring will come down. We used some copper wire, just attach that right there, then right to that, so that way when I pull the brake, just like that. Alright, that's pretty much the full look over. So, seat, engine, paint, fiberglass patch kit, freeing up steering, and pretty much everything. So I think it's time for a ride. Alright guys, so, okay, so earlier I already went on my first ride, just to make sure that this belt works. Alright, of course, bites perfectly, and the little bush bearing in there, or what's it called? I forgot what it's called. Not bush bearing, bushing, not bushing, or not bush bearing, bushing. Sorry guys. So that little brass bushing in there is actually what keeps it to idle instead of just launching off into that house or whatever. So all just just all around, this thing is incredible. I already did my first ride today, and I'll throw in a clip of that here in just a second at the end of the video.
That's awesome.
It doesn't turn very sharp.
Are you good? I thought you were going to follow behind him.
On foot? Let me run? My flip-flops?
Sure. Hey, I'm recording. Chill.
No, he's fine. He'll figure out how to get it back. I'm going to shake some.
What's...
Okay, good. Okay, here he goes. Coming in hot.
And it just drives perfectly. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to record myself pulling out and then just driving down the road and coming back. So with that, catch you guys right there. Guys, this thing is really just incredible, really insane. You guys saw me just flying down the road there just a second ago, and it was just a really fun blast. All right, guys. So this is it for the build. This is part 10, the completion of it. Got the belt, got motor mounted, got everything complete. So with that, that's pretty much it for today's video. Let me know what you guys did think of it down below in the comments. With that, catch you guys very, very soon in the next one.